screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
Boys make major moves, still the same ones that I came with. Up in the payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining. Nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. I overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen to boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, doubt me it's quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself. Got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, the mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started.
And we are underway from Pittsburgh. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by... Just a yard pass there to the 21.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
First carry for Najee Harris.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw here.
Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least away.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Off play action. Strong. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Strong. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. He finds Austin complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
They'll set up to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Strong. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 2nd down. Strong. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Up the middle with Barkley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll try the right side with Harris. Running right through him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 10-0 the score after one. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Landon Collins. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick-6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result? Not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Fielded just inside the 20. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you are exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, you are on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Yeah, this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Throwing on first down. Strong. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Shark's got it left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Strong. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. That's their second. They'll be down to 1 remaining here in this first half. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On first down, Whitfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Barkley, inside handoff, and very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Now Austin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. It's 2 seconds on the clock.
Good footwork at the 30. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Off play action. Strong. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On third down, Strong. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillandale as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown from 19 yards away. And the Giants are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They hand this off to Harris. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Operating from the gun. Strong. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. Well, the terrible towel is in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. throwing on 3rd and long. Strong. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Down the numbers. There he goes. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
On the give, this is Harris. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Gun now on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3 to a starting field position like that. 3's not where you're banking on.
No, you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And some room to maneuver. 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it.
And now here is another interception. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Operating from the gun. Strong. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
To throw on third down. Strong. And Ingram holds it in. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing to start the drive. Strong. Throwing left side, it's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's Barkley on the counter. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On play action, they'll throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he goes out right around the 39. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Off the play fake. Strong. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 62 yards on the ground for him so far. Second and 4. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And that's caught at the 25. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point put through by Boswell as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put... And now here is another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones. They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They'll look to throw again.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And this is going to be intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers.
A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. Back to throw.
And the Steelers,
and oh, it'll be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
The throw
start the drive, but that one incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Giants. DJ Chark, 50 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Operating from the gun, Strong. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1 and one of our early wins.